It is finally here. Football Manager 22 is just released maybe like an hour ago for me. I was out in town, wasn't able to start recording, but we're here. Ready to get this beta save underway. Let's go ahead and get into it, my dudes. Before we get into today's episode, why don't you go ahead and leave a thumbs up, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment down below. Well, we're managing here at Crystal Palace for our beta save. It should be a good time. We just got in it. We're not going to upload any logos. We're not going to upload any kits. We're just going to have the base game because we want to test that out. That is the purpose of this save, to test out stuff. Obviously, we're going to try to win as much as we can, but there's no real goal of this save. I'm expecting it to maybe be 2 seasons. If we get real quick, we might be able to do 3, but I'm leaning more toward 2 seasons because I want to get prepared for the Journeyman save that will release on, I can't remember the exact date of when that Football Manager 22 actually releases, but I want to give myself some time for that. And looking at this is over our best overall 11, and I kind of like it because I have debated playing with a defensive midfield in this save. I want to get in there and take a look at the team, though. Take a look at them and see what we've actually got, see what we got to work with. And before we get into it, I want to go ahead and discuss something with you guys. I discussed this at the every start of every one of my saves, and this one being for the new game. It's obviously going to be pretty obvious to most of you guys. I am from America. I'm right there. But anyways, I'm from America. I've been following football for a couple of years now. And since I've started doing YouTube, I haven't been able to keep up with it as much as I have liked. I keep up with Derby County. That's my club right back there. And another thing, you guys will obviously see me moving around a lot. Me and my wife, we travel. She travels for work, so we move roughly around every 3 months, and we're in new places. So if you go back and watch some of my old videos, you'll see that we're in different houses a lot of the times. This because we do kind of like renting out houses for 3 months at a time, and then we move to a different location across the country. Like literally where we're at right now is like 20 hours away from where our actual house is that we own. So yeah, we do a lot of travel. So I know that's probably obvious that I am not from the UK. And saying that also, I don't have a huge expansive knowledge of football. As I said, I've only been following it for a couple of years. So bear that in mind. But if you're here to learn with me and have a good time, let's get into it. Well, I have took a look at some of the contracts, and we have offered out some players. I can't remember all of them, but looking at our expiring contracts, we're going to go ahead and take a look. Go up, scroll up. Check Kuate. I think we're going to keep him. We're kind of thin at center back right now. I've offered out Jordan Ayew. We're hanging on to Tompkins for this season. I've offered out James MacArthur. Benteke I've offered out as well. I really just don't want to get too thin. I don't want to get too thin, but we have offered out some guys, so hopefully we get rid of some of these guys. We need some money, I'm pretty sure. I haven't actually looked at it. We went ahead and accepted the club vision, looked at all the rest of this stuff. It's nothing new really right now. Schedule, we've already got our friendlies picked out. I was kind of hoping I would do that, but I didn't get to it in time. I'll probably go in and reschedule that to make me set my friendlies at some point. I wanted to just look at the Data Hub screen. I'm going to mess with this off screen. I am really excited about this. This is the part of the game that I am the most excited about. I think this is going to be awesome. It's something I've never really messed with. Never messed with the analytics of the game. And I think this is going to be a great opportunity for new players like me to mess with it. I think it's going to make it a lot more easier to figure out financially how much money do we have left to spend. Not a whole lot. We're going to have to sell some players, ain't we? Yep, we're going to have to sell some players. This is not what we was wanting. Not what we was wanting. It's a bit nervous. I'm a bit nervous now looking at that. Looking at our squad. We're definitely going to have to change this tactics screen or this squad selection team up, ain't we? I don't like this one at all. I'm just going to see if I can find one that's like somewhat yeah, I'm going to have to mess with this one off screen. This is going to be rough. I don't like this at all. That is rough, my dudes. I want to get my thing set up for the views that I like so I can actually see a little bit better, meaning that I'm probably not honestly going to do a ton in terms of setting up the tactics just because I don't know the players. This is really just an intro video. We want to get some stuff done and see what we want to do going forward. I mean, I don't know what I want to do tactically either. So I'd like to play with inverted wingers or inside forwards at least. That's funny. I think I want to play with that. Like I said, I want to try with it with a defensive midfield. See what we got. Go with a 4-3-3 with a defensive midfield, playing a little bit wide. I think that helps out a little bit because we do have options out wide that'll really help out the side. And where is it? Uh-oh. One of my buttons is gone. What the heck? Where is it at? Where is, what is it called? I'm trying to find the depth chart. What the heck? Where is go away. Go away. Get out of here. I'm not blind, am I? I'm not missing this. I really don't know where it is. Well, let me look for it. Well, they have totally moved the button for me. It is definitely way out here. It's under squad, then team depth chart. Wow, that kind of, yeah, it messed with me. Didn't see it out there. Wow. So here we go. Like I said, I want to figure out what we want to do, what we want to add. And honestly, like center back is what I'm looking at the most. I feel like we need to add to the center back. We got Mitchell on the left-hand side. I think he'll do a good enough job there. He's a good player for us. Martin Kelly on the right-hand side, decent enough. Klein behind him. But we've really only got 3 center backs that I like. I mean, do we try to go up a little bit? I would like to do that, and then midfield. We've got Will Hughes. We've got Gallagher wherever he is. Where's Gallagher? There he is. We've got him. I'm really excited to play with him. Like, I know he's on loan, and that's a big price tag. Man, wouldn't it be nice if we could get him on full time? I don't think we're going to be able to, but man, I really like Gallagher. We got Hughes. I don't really see another option that we have at midfield right off the top of my head. Kuate can play there. It would mean that we would be playing something different in the center back option than him, which I mean I'm fine with. Really, it's not that big of a deal. It's just I think midfield and center back. That's the 2 options that we've got to get. And there's a guy that I'm interested in taking a look at in FM22 that we've used in the past in our one club save at the start of FM21 with Derby County. That'd be Patrick Berg. I'd like to take a look at him, see what he could do for this side. That would be fun. I've got a couple options that I'm thinking about in the midfield. Center back, I haven't considered anybody. We got to figure that one out. That one's going to be interesting. It's we do need some depth at some spaces. I think striker, it would be nice to have another striking option with IU's contract ending, Benteke's contract ending. I mean, yeah, I think we need to get another striker. I really do. I don't know who we're going to get, though. I mean, we've got a lot of work to do. We don't have a lot of money. Where is the club saying that we're going to potentially finish at in the league this year? It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy, but I love this side. I love what Crystal Palace done in the transfer window this past season, and I think we can do better than that, especially if we bring in a couple of our guys that we think can really help out the squad. And yeah, I don't want to do too much on the screen today. I think what we're going to do is I might play a couple of these friendlies. We might see if we can offer out some players, see if we can get rid of some of those guys that I have offered out, and see if we can bring in some money and to bring in players like Patrick Berg that I really, really enjoyed in FM21. So we'll be back in a little bit. Well, it is time for one of the new features of the game that I haven't seen yet, and I wanted to take a look at it with you guys. It is the weekly staff meeting. We're going to go ahead and attend this meeting. Okay, so they think Tompkins would be a good vice captain since we currently don't have one. That's cool. We'll do that. Okay, so it says here, Tyreek Mitchell's game would improve if he started knocking the ball past the opponent when taking them on, as his strong athletic presence lends itself to playing in this manner. I like this so far because this is something I totally forget about a lot of times with training is trying to train traits. So it kind of just puts it out there in one area that comes in an email that you do want to see every now and then. I do like that. That's pretty cool. It says Nathan Ferguson's game would improve if he were encouraged to play a simple passing game, as his distribution in general isn't the strongest, and this could help cover some of the deficiencies in his game. So I guess we can just hit start training and start training, move on to the next one. I think we should look towards the youth system for players. The high standards of the facilities we have here means youngsters have a good chance of developing with us, and it would help towards our club objectives. Cool. Cool. Okay, so this is another thing too that I usually don't really see a lot of. Contracts, like offering out to the youngsters. So it says they recommend signing contracts to these two guys, mainly because of the long-term potential. Remind me in a week on that one. Mainly because, hey, because like it's only 2 seasons. Like, they're not gonna be that they're not gonna be that good. See, this one right here gets me. Because I don't want to get rid of Kouate, but I feel like we could make a decent amount of money off of him. Because the guys that we've offered out, it's not going to be a ton of money. Remind me in a week on that one. So this is really cool. Like it shows that we have 7 topics still left to go. I really like this. Okay, so now it's just showing the high potential players that we have on our team. Yeah. I mean, that's cool. I really do like this. This is really neat because this is something that just helps me out a little more. It makes it just a little bit more easier, doesn't it? It makes it a little bit more easier than what we have. Okay, so now it's just talking about the staff. So we have 2 people. Okay, so we have another room for a performance analyst. So they're recommending this guy, this Kingston. We'll go ahead and do that. Okay, so this is still the same thing. It's just these are all performance analysts. I do like that. That's pretty cool too. That you can go ahead and schedule a meeting right from here. Move on. What is this? A technical director? Okay, so we got a technical director. We need another scout. It looks like we have 7 and we have 8 that can be doing it. How good are you, Mr. Tony McAndrew? I mean, you're okay, but your adaptability is straight dog doo-doo. So I'm not going to mess with him. Nicky Butt as a technical director, 18 and 11. Gordon. Yeah, we're going to go with Mr. Butt up here. Get him in here in a week and see if we can get him signed up. I really like this. This is neat. This is much needed for me. People that like when you get that, you used to get that email that would have all that stuff on there. I'm gonna be honest with you. Half the time I didn't read that stuff. I just kept on going. I would just keep it up. We don't have. Do we have a head? So we don't have a head of sports science. So they're saying Grant Downey. Sure. Okay, these are all that. All that. Wait, did I really offer the one guy that's like the worst one out of all? Yeah, I did. So hey, remember, don't sign Grant Downey, Brack. Leave that off. We're gonna go with Stuart Hughes. Move on to the next one. We got 3 remaining topics. Okay, yeah, I mean, they want us to do another head performance analyst. That's fine. That's fine. We're just gonna get through this. And what is this? This is just the end of the meeting. That's cool. I do like that. I like that a lot. That's something that's much needed to me. And then it gives you this follow-up actions afterwards of the stuff that you said, hey, show me this a little bit later on. This is pretty good. I like this a lot. We're going to go ahead and take a look at the staff. So we need a technical director right off the bat. We need another performance analyst. And we talked about replacing our performance analyst. How bad is our head of performance analyst? He's not that good, is he? 11, 10, and 8. So we're going to start with that. Head of performance analyst. We're just going to do like 1 or 2 of these contracts on screen. That way we can see what it looks like actually. And see if we like it. So we talked about Metcalf being the head of, yeah, he's a big improvement. We're going to go ahead and try to assign him. So it looks like the same thing really. We're going to go ahead and try knocking this down 3. Accepts it right off the bat. Cool. So we got another head. We got that coming in. A head performance analyst. We have a spot for a performance analyst coming up, and we've got Mr. Harrison Kingston here. Go ahead and offer him a contract. Bump that down 3 clicks. See if he takes it. Once more. Go down 2. He takes it. There we go. So the contracts work out the same way that it did before, but that staff meeting is really good. I like that a lot. I mean, honestly, we hadn't seen much so far in the new game yet, but that's been my favorite thing. Well, we have a recruiting meeting, and I wanted to get this on the screen because, well, we haven't seen one so far. I don't know if it's going to be much different. It doesn't look like it is. They say we need help on the right wing, right back, and in the defensive mid, which is kind of funny considering that's not any of the options that I've targeted, trying to figure out what we want. This Patrick Berg is a player that I love. You guys, if you watch the Darby County save, you know that. He's under bid right now for a little bit of money, and I don't have that money to spend on him yet. I've got players offered out. If I could get a decent player to leave and we could bring in some money, we'll definitely be going after Patrick Berg. He's a great player. I've used him in the past. He lasted throughout the entire Darby County save. I just don't know if we'll be able to get him. It doesn't like it's changed a ton. Obviously, the screen itself has. You've got your pros and your cons on the left-hand side. You've got your transfer information right here. I do like that it shows where he would list that. Doesn't it? Does it show where he would list that? It doesn't seem like it, but it does show players that we have in the defensive midfield that we could compare him to. That's pretty nice. I do like that. We're just going to keep on moving on, seeing if there's anything new. It's like I said, it just really doesn't look like it, does it? This is for right back, I'm assuming. Yep, just keep on going. Right wing at this point. Obviously, we've got to pay attention to money. We don't have a ton of money to spend. And I have found some guys that I'm interested in, but it doesn't look like this has changed a whole lot besides just the layout. So that's not bad because I do like this screen. That's nothing crazy. I'm going to click through some of this stuff right now to get through it. I do want to show you guys, like when you go to your scouting information here and how this works out now. So let's just say that we was interested in this guy. Not really interested in him, but let's say that we was. Go in here. We want to ask the agent about his availability. Hey, we're interested in signing him. How interested are you in signing him? Actually, we're slightly interested. So he comes back with, I'm pleased to hear that you're interested in signing him. He gives you the demands, says he wants to work with a talented group of players, $650K to $6.2 mil to get him, and shows what he would probably want with his salary. And you can just choose to stall it or be like, hey, okay, we're going to work through it and see if we can get a deal done with him. But the offers that we've accepted right now, they're low offers. I get that, but they are offers that I think could help out the club, that we could bring in some other players. Duarte, 14 mil to Real Madrid. That's the best I can get for him. His contract expires at the end of the season. All these guys' contracts expires at the end of the season, and I know it's just going to keep going down. James McArthur, 1.6, going to Lorient. Benteke to Parma for 750. Jordan Ayew going to Reims for 1.5. If we get some of that money in, we can go after Patrick Berg, but I don't think it's going to last in time. And obviously, I think he's going to choose those other clubs over us. It's a bit tough. I have found two players that I am somewhat interested in signing. I added them to the short list. Okay, I take that back. 3 players that I'm somewhat interested in signing. We got Matiz Sriracho. He's an advanced playmaker, center mid option. He looks pretty solid. I typically play with an advanced playmaker. I don't have a great option there. Will Hughes is our best, and he's a 3-star player. But this guy, he's a 2.5-star player, 4-star potential, and he's fairly cheap from what I can remember. He's the transfer value is 1.6 to 6.6 for him. Then you got Hachim. He's another center mid option. Can play as an advanced playmaker. He's a little bit better than the other guy, but he's a 5-star potential player as well. And then El Bilal Toure, 600K to 6 mil, 2.5-star striker, 5-star potential. And if we lose some of these other guys, we're going to have to fill these spots. And these are just some guys that I've seen right off the bat that I think we could work with price-wise. Well, as we continue to see some of the new stuff, well, not new stuff, as we continue to see some of the stuff in the game that we haven't seen yet, I want to do a press conference. It's a new signing press conference. We've signed 1 guy so far. I've got 2 more guys hopefully coming in. They've accepted their contracts. We're just kind of waiting for confirmation. We brought in Callum Chambers. I don't want you guys to see those guys. Brought him in on loan from Arsenal. We are paying a little bit of money for it. It's a bit more than what I want, but he fills 2 roles for us at right back and at center back. So yeah, I mean, I think we can still do some help at center back. I think that's probably where we'll work with this guy. He probably will play as a right back for us most matches. He does a pretty good job there. He's got a good work rate. He's got good teamwork. His crossing looks good. He's good going forward. Yeah, I think that's what he'll be. He'll be a right back for us on most days. He may slot over to center back as well. But, yeah, I'm happy about that signing. I think it's a good one for us. We're going to go ahead and check out this press conference, though. See if there's anything really different with it. It looks like the background has changed a little bit. See if there's any new questions. That one's pretty normal. Yeah, signing him was a great opportunity for everyone, and I can't wait for him to get started. No, I mean, it brings a little bit of uncertainty and doubt, but I think he can help us straight away. I'm certain he'll be confident. He'll deliver in the big matches. He's that sort of player. I certainly hope he can make a contribution. He gives us further depth and competition for places, and that can only be a good thing. I think right back. That's where we plan to use him, but there'll be times where he's moved around. No, I don't. I want quality, and that's what we're trying to get. I'm not looking that far ahead right now. You can keep asking for it. I'm not answering it. Yeah, I mean, hopefully they can coexist together. So there's a lot of questions in this, it seems like. I mean, yeah, we're just going to go ahead and click through them. It seems like a lot of them's the same ones. A little bit more than what I was honestly expecting. That's a bit surprising. We have made a couple more transfers. As you can see, we got a little bit of money left. Brought in a little bit of money, hadn't we? Because we've sold a couple of guys. We sold Benteke. He went to St. Anthony for $750. He's went to Real Madrid for 14 mil. We've loaned out a player. Jordan Ayew went to Reims for 1.5. And the only player we've brought in so far is Callum Chambers. We got a little bit of work to do. Season's getting closer, though. I'm really hoping these guys start to sign because it's right around the corner, my dudes. Well, it is time for us to decide our squad. We've brought in 2 more players. 2 of them I believe you have actually seen. Patrick Berg ended up going somewhere else. I didn't even look. I just seen that his asking price went up to like 30-something mil. Where did he end up going? He went to Man United. And the Derby County save, we purchased him from Chelsea. I was really disappointed that we wasn't able to get him. But it is what it is. Maybe down the road in another save we can pick him up. I do like the Patrick Berg. He's a really good player. Looking at the players that we did bring in. We brought in Buda Eri from Nice. We brought him in. I mean, we paid a little bit of money for him. Don't get me wrong, we did. We paid 9 mil for him. It's a bit much. I get it. It is a bit much, but I do think he can be a player that starting sometime during this season, he works his way into the starting lineup. He might take over Will Hughes' spot at the advanced playmaker at some point during this season. Definitely next year. He has a resolute personality. He's got good flair, good tackling. I think he's a really good all-around midfield player for us, and excited to see how he develops for us. And then we brought in Toure from Reims. We purchased him for 6 mil, a little bit more than what I was wanting to spend on him, but he is a 2.5-star striker that has 5-star potential. And hopefully he does a good job sitting behind Edouard. I think that's kind of what we want. I don't want a guy that's like going to come in and go right ahead of Edouard. We want him to play a little bit, but we do want somebody to be his backup, and I think Toure can do that a pretty good job. Hopefully we can play him a decent little bit and get him ready to go. I think it's going to be a good time. But like I said, it's time for us to decide our squad. I know this is something that's different in Football Manager compared to the last. It's nothing crazy, but I do like it. I actually like it. You have like checks and X's to see who's registered, and I was wondering, can you sort it by that? Because like that's what I used to like. It doesn't look like you can. It looks like it's sorting by something else. So we've got a maximum of 25 players. We've already got 20 on our team, and under 21s does not matter. So that's good news. I just don't know. I didn't know how old he was. So we're looking at under 21s. We don't need to sign those guys, put those guys in the list. I do wish that you could sort it by this column. That's one thing I do not like, because it's easier to see who's in and out that way than it is with the checks. Boudier we want in. Toure we don't have to register because he's under 21. That's all the guys, right? I'm not missing anybody. I don't think so. I like that. That is pretty cool. Like I said, the only thing I think you could change is that right there. That would be the best thing. We've done that, haven't we? Okay, so apparently I didn't register Callum. Everybody registered now. So I know I registered him, I know I registered him, and I know I registered him, right? Why is it not letting me pass this screen? I've done this. Well, there appears to be a bug right there. Nice. So let us see. I really hope this doesn't mess it up. That stinks. Where am I at? There I am. Let's go on holiday for 1 day. Just to get past this and see if it works. I think it should. Okay, got past that. So can we now see how bad that actually messed it up? I still hadn't messed with this yet. I need to do that. So we had Callum. He was not registered. He is registered now. Who else was it? Registered. He didn't need to be okay, so we're good. We're good on the registration. So there we are. We're getting close to the season. I don't think we're going to do anything else. We've got one more match. Then we're starting off in tomorrow's effort. In tomorrow's episode, we're going up against Brighton and Brentford in our first 2 league matches. Our first 2 matches on FM22. Should be a good time. Well, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I am a bit nervous about Football Manager 22 coming out. The audience is going to be a lot bigger than what it has been in the past, meaning that there's might be some people that don't like my videos. That is a bit of a worry to me. I know that I'm a kind of an outsider, not knowing a ton about football, still learning the game. But as I mentioned to start, if you want to have fun, if you want to learn about the game together, this is where to be. And if you enjoyed this episode, leave a thumbs up, subscribe, hit that notification bell, leave a comment down below. And as always, my dudes, thank you for watching.